Thanks for coming back to my channel, 16-Bit Fingerprint. This new video is going to be me going over my collection, showing you what I have. It's going to be everything but my Nintendo stuff. So it's going to be PlayStation, Xbox, PSP, that kind of stuff. So here we go. Starting off at the top with PlayStation 1. We don't have too many crazy games. Some stuff I played as a kid. Army Man were the games I liked playing growing up. Try to go slow so you can see everything. Standouts, obviously, Diablo's a big one. It's Black Label, complete. I liked Final Fantasy games growing up. Final Fantasy VII's obviously a standout. That's one game that everybody loved growing up. Keep going through. We loved racing games, Gran Turismo. Obviously, if you're into the simulation racing, that's the best one. Metal Gear Solid, standout. Come down here. What else do we have? We have Parasite Eve. I bought this actually from Tatted Collector. Got it from him on a Discord server. Shout out Tatted Collector. Spyro's, Soul Blade, actually. I got this from a Savers. It's a local thrift store. I paid $4.24 for it. It's a good deal. Sliding down, we still have some of these other ones. If you've been watching my channel, you saw me get this. This is the biggest one in the collection, Xenogears. It's the Black Label. It's complete. That was in that big $500 pickup I got recently. The only long box game that I have is Doom. It's complete. I think I paid $60 for this at a thrift store. I paid up for it, but I mean, it's complete. It's in really good shape, so I didn't worry about paying full price for it. Slide down to PS2. Let's see what we got here. A lot of PS2 games I didn't really play PlayStation 2 much when it was new, but the games I did play, obviously Burnouts. Me and my friends always played racing games. We were really big fans. The Gran Turismos, GTA, obviously big ones. Guitar Hero was big for this. So my friends, we loved playing Guitar Hero growing up. I loved Hits, Blitz. I was really good at the NHL Hits games. Personally, the GameCube one was my favorite. We always played Need for Speed Underground. Again, we loved racing games. I didn't play a lot of the survival horror, Resident Evil type games. I'd have them, but I didn't really play them. Ribbit King is another one that I found at a thrift store. I paid $4.24 for this one as well. Scarface, Shadow of Colossus, those are all pretty good. And keep going. Another one me and my friends played a lot of was Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. That style of street racing where you flash your high beams to challenge somebody to a race is always really fun. Punisher, again, another thrift store find. I think I paid $4 for that. That's a good one too. Simpsons games are obviously always good. We played a lot of Tony Hawk growing up too. My mother got me a PlayStation mug Christmas one year. Keep going. Blitz the League. That's a good one. That's pretty pricey. PS3 we're down to now. Let's see. I didn't really have a PlayStation 3 until recently. Like, I never really got into it. I always had the 360. Guilty Gear is a decent one. King of Fighters. Madden 17, that's a solid one if you're into sports games. But Persona 4, everybody loves that. Keep going, keep going. Another one that's actually expensive that you probably wouldn't guess is expensive is Time Crisis. Last I knew it was like 60, 70 bucks. I don't know why it was so expensive. I've found that game a few times for cheap money. And down to the PSP collection. I don't have too many standout games. There's a couple good ones. Evil Dead, I love that movie. So I found it on the UMD and I had to keep it. Final Fantasy, God of War, Medieval. That's another one of my favorite growing up. Was the original Medieval on PlayStation. Sliding over here. You see the standout one, it's obviously going to be Persona. If you saw that $500 pickup, that was in there. Twisted Metal, a couple of Vita games. I don't even have a Vita at the moment, but that's right there. Next, we're going to go to Genesis and see what we have for Genesis. Nothing too crazy. Boogerman's a good one. That's pretty expensive to have complete. I I don't really have a ton of space, so you'll see what I have. Dragon's Revenge is a big one. That's pretty expensive. Ernie Evans. Bang. Herzog's Way, I think it's pronounced. General Chaos. The Immortal. Landstalker is one of my favorite growing up as a kid. If you're a fan of that action RPG style. Liberty or Death is pretty pricey. That's one other one that I don't remember where I got that, but I remember it was a good deal. I'll slide down here. Desert Strike. Fairy Tale, D&D, Warriors of the Eternal Sun. Anybody who's into any kind of sports games, I mean, NBA Jam is one of my favorite for arcade style sports games. Phantasy Stars, obviously a big one. This is an expensive one. I remember getting this. I don't remember exactly where, but I remember I got a great deal on it. I think I might have traded my buddy Jay for it. NHL 94. Anybody who plays any kind of, again, arcade sports games, you're gonna love that one. Revenge of Shinobi. Who didn't love Road Rash games growing up? RoboCop vs. Terminator. I got Sonic the Hedgehog. I got both versions, so I have the original and then also the not for resale version. For a while, there was a stretch where the for resale version retail was going for a good amount of money. I don't know why it went so high. It was well over $100, so it was a good few months where you could get a few $100s for it. New Horizons, that's a good one. Vector Man was another one I played growing up. Virtual Racing, surprisingly expensive. You wouldn't expect it. I got the World of Illusion. I got Contra Hardcore. I keep these in the same plastic protective cases as the boxed Super Nintendo and N64 games. Slide over Star Control, Streets of Rage 1 and 2. I don't have 3 yet. I'll get it eventually. I just traded for Virtual Bart for my buddy Jay. Crew Ball, the Motley Crue game. I picked this one up for $2 at yard sale. A few loose games. I don't really collect loose games, so whenever I get a console that I need to sell, I just throw in some loose games with it. Golden Axe, obviously one of my favorite. Ren and Stimpy's Invention. Mutant League Football. I have that in the $100 game collection, but I also have it for my personal collection. Let's see. My Sega Master System collection. Nothing too crazy, but just games that I found along the way. I had Phantasy Star for a while. I ended up selling it and kicking myself for it because at the time I didn't collect their Master. I forgot. Also, I have Hyperstone Heist loose. Here's my other Master System games. Usually if they weren't complete, I just get rid of them. But Fantasy Zone 2. When I was a kid, I loved this game. One of my uncles had it. And there's the rest. Wonder Boy 3 and the Dragon Trap. I get the remake for Switch. I really like it. Ghostbusters, Ghost House with the Hue card. Love it. Alright, so I'm sliding these back in. Now we'll go to Xbox. Xbox games, I don't really have too much crazy stuff. Just games that I collected along the way. I liked like the Blood Omen style games. 50 Cent, surprisingly good. I liked it. I like a cheaper version of a GTA wannabe. Sliding down, I got the Doom. I picked this one up again, thrift store. I think $4. It's a steelbook. Sliding down, more GTA's, the big box. Godfather, a Gauntlet. Conquer is probably one of the better games that I have complete. Half-Life, I grew up playing PC games, so the original Half-Life was obviously groundbreaking. Everybody loves that game. And let's see, sliding down. We always played, like I said, racing games. Need for Speed, Most Wanted, Underground. Go over here, Panzer Dragoon. It's disc only. It's missing the manual. Scarface is always a big one. Simpsons Road Rage. PC gaming, I grew up, I loved the Serious Sam games. So when I saw they had them for Xbox, I had to buy them. And we'll go on to the other ones. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tenchu, I used to play it for PlayStation originally. Loved those games, the stealth ninja type games. Unreal I used to like, but it didn't hold up as well in console compared to PC, because like I said, when I was younger, that's what I played. Now we're going to 360. We got the Banjo-Kazooie remakes for the 360, first-person shooters, Battlefields, etc. Beautiful Katamari, that's complete. Obviously Call of Duties, you know, Borderlands, the Castlevania, Lord of Shadow. Gears of War games I loved growing up. When they first came out, they were some of my favorite games for the 360. I got the Forza Motorsport 3 limited edition. Halos. Everybody knows, obviously, Halo. And again, the Blitz, the League 2. Those go for a good amount of money. You always want to keep an eye out for those. It's another one of the sports games you can usually catch stores slipping on. I got Morrowind, the special edition. Oblivion. Keep going. What else? Resident Evil again. I wasn't really into the survival horror games, but I still collect them. Slide down here. Nothing too crazy at the end here. And then Xbox One. I got some games upstairs too as well with my Xbox One Slim, but these are the games I have downstairs. Nothing real crazy. The Forza games are always fun. I love racing games. I just picked this up today. Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. I paid $4 for it. But yeah, that's my collection that is not Nintendo. And I'll show you the consoles that I have. Let's see. Right here we have the Gears of War Edition Xbox 360 Slim. It's got the 320 gig hard drive in it. I have the matching controller. It's got red LEDs installed. But underneath that, it's one of my pride and joys. Panasonic 3DO. I don't have them set up yet. Eventually I'll have a nice big TV right over here with all the systems hooked up, but time, money, you know the deal. Got a Sega Genesis Model 2. This is one I've had forever. 6-button controller, 3-button controller. My Nintendo that I've had for a decade plus. And then down here, just Wii U, PS2, PSP. In the other room, I also have a PS3 Fat that's backwards compatible, so it plays PS1, 2, and 3. And also I have a Dreamcast with 4 controllers. No games for that, just a couple cheap ones and then a bunch of burned games. Same thing with the 3DO. But the next video in my collection, I'll show you my Nintendo stuff. And that's where a lot of the good stuff is. So thanks for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. And you'll see my next one in a week.